enough that Jesus died, and that he died for me. I need no other argument. I need no other plea. It is enough that Jesus died, and that he died for me. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, let the earth hear his voice. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, let the people rejoice. Come to the Father through Jesus the Son, and give him the glory, great things he has done. Be the glory, great things he has done. So loved he the world that he gave us his Son, who yielded his life an atonement for sin, and opened the life's gate that all may go in. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, and the earth is God. Praise the Lord, praise the the purchase of blood to every believer, the promise of God, the vilest offender who truly believes that moment from Jesus upon receive. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, let the earth hear his voice. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, let the people rejoice. Oh, come to the Father through Jesus the Son, and give him the glory, great things he has done. Oh, perfect redemption, the purchase of blood to every believer, the promise of God, the vilest offender who truly believes that moment from Jesus upon receive. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, let the earth hear his voice. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, let the people rejoice. Oh, come to the Father through Jesus the Son, and give him the glory, the grace he has done. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, let the earth hear his voice. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, let the people rejoice. Oh, come to the Father through Jesus the Son, and give him the glory, great things he has done. Praise the Lord again. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, let the earth hear his voice. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, let the people rejoice. Oh, come to hey, Jesus the Son, hey, give him the glory, great things he has done. Yeah, praise the Lord. This morning, do it. Let the earth hear his voice. Praise the Lord, let the earth hear his voice. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, let the people rejoice. Oh, come to the Father through Jesus the Son and give him the glory, great things he has done.
Praise the Lord for all the things he has done.
Yeah, refreshing.
Yeah.
Refreshing. Great way to start a Friday morning. Welcome to Breakfast Daily. My name is David Sakyi.
And I am Dziffa Ametam. We're so thankful that you can spend your Friday morning with us. We do have a packed show for you this morning. We're going to play lots and lots of music. We have our Discovery, who's also in the music space.
Don't get me started with the Discovery of the week. Okay, so our Discovery, I'll just give you a hint. She has a Doctor of Pharmacy degree. She works as a pharmacist. And she loves to sing in her pharmacy shop.
Wow.
So,
okay. So she'll perform here for us, though?
She will.
Oh, nice.
She will. She will blow you away.
And of course, our personality, a young man that's actually dominating the entire housing industry in the country. You know, a couple of years ago, it was so difficult to buy a house, rent a house, and Mikasa has made that easy for everyone. So Kelvin Yamis in the house will be interviewing him to really learn about his story, because a lot of us now are thinking of starting our own businesses, solving complex problems, not only in the country but across the globe. And there are things we can learn from entrepreneurs who have succeeded.
Of course, we have entertainment, we have relationship. It's going to be packed and very exciting today. Don't miss any segment of the show. Use the hashtag Breakfast Daily for us to hear what it is that you're thinking.
Of course, the WhatsApp line is 0550585832. And if you're outside Ghana, don't worry, you can still contribute to the conversation by just dialing the country code +233. Now, this morning I woke up and I found out that Donald Trump and Melania Trump have tested positive for coronavirus.
So 2 hours ago, Donald Trump tweeted on his own handle that my wife and I have tested positive for coronavirus. We'll be quarantining ourselves.
I was not surprised at all.
Treated.
I was not surprised at all.
And you know, they just came out of a rally.
Yeah.
You know, and at the rally, nobody was wearing masks. He wasn't wearing. None of his aides were wearing. You know, and then contrast that with the other side. You know, Biden was wearing. Everybody around Biden was wearing masks. And so I think it's important. Let's stop kidding ourselves. Okay, this is real. Okay, and I hope that finally those who've been, you know, making fun and jokes about it and saying it's not real and all that, you know, it's important for us to remember that the person who made the most fun about it now has succumbed, and you know, hopefully, fingers crossed, they get out safe and they get well soon in the next few weeks.
Yeah, well, you know, 3 weeks ago I was in the U.S., right? And the process of even getting, process of getting into the U.S., I must say, is alarming. The experience going into the U.S. versus the experience coming to Ghana, it's like day and night, right? Because when you're going to the U.S., there's no form that you fill out about your status. They don't ask you to test for coronavirus. They literally just use the thermometer gun to check if your temperature is high or not, and they say, welcome to the United States of America. Whereas a week ago today, when I was getting ready to come to Ghana, I had to prep a week ahead. I had to find out where I can get the PCR test done, where I can get the rapid PCR test done, because you have to do it within 72 hours before you leave the country. Got that done. When I arrived at JFK trying to get to Ghana, they asked me, where is your COVID test? And I had to show them that I had done the test. I tested negative. When I went to Heathrow for the transit, they asked again.
Wow.
I showed them when I got to Kotoka International Airport, I had to pay to get the test done again in Accra
wow.
before I was allowed into the country. So when it comes to how we've handled coronavirus, I must say the US has a lot to learn from Ghana, really.
Well, yes. With that being said, we have a news roundup from around the country. Let's take a look.
Good morning and welcome to the news roundup in the Greater Tema area. My name is Elvis Washington. In this edition, the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has charged the people of Ashaiman to change their pattern of voting to give the NPP the opportunity to lead them in Parliament. He said, for several years, the people of Ashaiman have voted for an NDC MP without result, hence the need for change. The Vice President said this yesterday when he paid a courtesy call on the chief and elders of the Ashaiman Divisional Council as part of his Greater Accra Regional Tour. Dr. Bawumia also assured that the government will from next year roll out a flexible credit system that will allow Ghanaians own brand new vehicles. He explained that people will no longer have to struggle to look for guarantors since the possession of a national ID and a digital address system will deal with such issues. The Vice President further assured that the Nanado-led administration is determined to transform Ghana into the Dubai of Africa, where people across the continent and beyond would come to get their luxurious cars. Still in Ashaiman, the regent of the Ashaiman Divisional Council, Ni Anan Ajo, says he is not enthused about the national discourse on legalization of commercial motorbike, popularly called Okada. Ni Anan Ajo says Okada has maimed and killed several people within the Ashaiman constituency, hence the need to be circumspect in dealing with the Okada discourse. He said, although the population in Ashaiman is quite huge, the commercial motorbike is of a big concern to the Divisional Council as they continue to pose as a threat to road users. He alleged that these commercial motorbike riders, more often than not, use these same bikes for robbery at night. He is therefore calling for a dispassionate discourse on the matter, saying it should not be politicized. Again in the news, the Deputy Supervisor of the Ashaiman District Electoral Commission, Humphrey Akwa, is entreating electorates in the constituency whose names were not found in the voter register during the exhibition exercise to visit the EC's office at Ashaiman, Lebanon to get their names checked again. According to Mr. Akwa, all persons whose names were not found in the register during the voter exhibition exercise has been reinstated. His call comes in the wake of agitations from some residents within Ashaiman who could not find their names on the electoral roll during the exhibition exercise. It will be recalled that the MP for the area, Mr. Ernest Henry Nogwe, alleged that some 20,000 names from the constituency had been omitted. He thus threatened to lead his constituents to demonstrate against the EC if immediate steps are not taken to correct the anomaly. However, the Deputy Supervisor at the Ashaiman District Electoral Office, Humphrey Akwa, has announced that all names of the said 21,000 as announced by the MP have been restored. From the Greater Tema area, my name is Elvis Washington.
Welcome to the Central Regional News Roundup. I am Calvis Tete. The New Patriotic Party in the Agona West constituency says they will not engage the National Democratic Congress in tribal politics. Their comment comes days after the National Democratic Congress lost a case brought before the Agona Swedro Magistrate Court challenging the eligibility of the incumbent MP Cynthia Morrison from registering at the Wawase Center at Agona Swedro. The Agona Swedro Magistrate Court, presided over by His Lordship Isaac Apietu on September 29th, ruled in favor of the incumbent MP, stating she is eligible to register and vote as a citizen of the area. The MP, at a press conference, criticized the NDC for playing the tribal card with the issue. In the Ewutu Senya East constituency, the body of the Asafohene of Odupong Ofako, Nai Oshipi Dakon, has been found in the J River by the Ofako District Police Command. Earlier last week, a group of land guards attacked the Asafohene after he visited a land under dispute. 3 persons have so far been arrested for their alleged involvement in the repression. At a press conference to state their displeasure at the manner in which the issue has been handled by the police, Nai Kwabna Atope, the Mpunuahene of Odupong Ofako, called on the IGP to pursue the matter and bring the perpetrators to book. In the Ewutu Senya East constituency, the national women's organizer for the New Patriotic Party, Madam Kate Dziffa, is calling on the 51% of women who dominated the just-ended voter registration exercise to push for more women in parliament and also support the MPP for Victory 2020. Speaking after a tour of the Ewutu Senya East constituency, the MPP's national women's organizer noted that the good policies of the party will propel it to victory in the 2020 general elections. Running mate of the National Democratic Congress, Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman, has applauded the NDC for always promoting the interests of women and the youth, whether in government or out of government. She cites examples of how the Mahama administration, against criticism, appointed a lot of youth and women into government. She describes as an act of hypocrisy by the then opposition NPP for criticizing the capabilities of the youth and women who were appointed into government. Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman made these comments during her tour of the Central Region, where she visited the chiefs and people of Apam. Finally, the Aguna Duakwa chief, Nana Kojo Amuakwa V, has placed a ban on the National Democratic Congress Member of Parliament for Aguna East, Queensta Pokwa Sawyer, from campaigning in the area. The chief cites what he describes as untruth told by him by the MP as the reason for the action. He says the MP had alleged that she had given him, the chief, an undisclosed amount of money to construct a dumping site in the area. According to Nana Kojo Amuakwa, all attempts to get the MP to the palace to answer the allegations has proven futile. Meanwhile, the MP, Queensta Pokwa Sawyer, has denied ever making such allegations. For Citi News, I am Calvis Tete, Central Region.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of News Roundup. My name is Hafiz Tijani from the Ashanti region. Some residents of Aswansi constituency who turned up to undergo the one-day voters registration exercise on Thursday said they were left disappointed about the process. The registrants, who were at the Asokwarimompo Municipal Office of the Electoral Commission to partake in the special registration exercise, complained of the slow pace of the exercise. Although the process was generally smooth in the Ashanti region, many who were at the EC's municipal office accused EC officials of preferential treatment. Meanwhile, the NDC in Aswansi constituency has appealed to the EC to consider extending the exercise. Also, aggrieved customers of Noble Dream and First Trust microfinance companies have called on the government to fulfill its promise to pay their locked-up funds. The over 500 customers say they are unhappy with the posture of the receiver, who they say has repeatedly said he does not have their data. The customers want the receiver to work closely with the Bank of Ghana to access their data so they are paid. Finally, the 60-bed Tepa Municipal Hospital, which has been constructed and handed over to the government, will undergo warranty maintenance for its medical equipment for 12 months. This is according to the construction firm Eurojet De Invest. They insist they will maintain a visible presence in the facility to enable it carry out remedial works on buildings and other structures for the period. President Akufo-Addo, who commissioned the facility on Wednesday, said it will aid in the effective healthcare delivery in the area and adjoining towns. This has been Citi News Roundup from the Ashanti region. With me, Hafiz Tijani.
Good morning and welcome to today's News Roundup from the Western North region. My name is... Some cocoa farmers in the environs of Sakyi Bekwai in the Bibiani Arianso Bekwai municipality are excited about President Akufo-Addo's announcement of the new cocoa producer price for the 2020-2021 crop season. The announced increment of 28% means a bag of cocoa will now be sold for 660 Ghana cedis instead of previous 515 Ghana cedis. Farmers at communities such as Eshiem, Kwekubua, Adubera, Sorano, among others around Bekwai, who spoke to Citi News on the development, say the move is a great boost for the industry. Meanwhile, some other farmers tell Citi News the move smacks of political mechanization by the MPP to win more votes in the cocoa growing areas. They are supported in the view by the NDC parliamentary candidate for Serioso constituency, Paul Evans Edu, who says President Akufo-Addo could have increased the cocoa price to over 700 Ghana cedis if he indeed cares about farmers. In other stories, the youth of Sakyi MFA, who say they are disappointed in the attitude of politicians towards their needs, have vowed not to take part in the upcoming general elections. In an interview with Citi News, a member of the Amafia Unit Committee, Kofi Pierrot, says road contractors are only seen on site when an election is approaching, but this time around, until they see their road tarred, they will not take part in any elections. Finally, traders at Sakyi Junasi say they are expectant of government's announced market expansion project in the area. The Junasi market is the largest market in the entire Western North region, where traders from all parts of the region and beyond converge to trade. However, the market is in a very bad state, affecting business activities, especially when it rains. Following the short-cutting by the president for its construction, some of the traders who have been speaking to Citi News say the project, when completed, will surely enhance their economic activities. And that ends the news roundup from the Western North region. My name is Stanley Bwedi. Thank you for watching.
And that was a regional news roundup.
Happening around the country, but I think it's important for everybody to be updated. You know, like they say, Accra is not Ghana. You know, and I think it's important to bear that in mind. We here feel it's important for the entire country to be included in everything that we're doing, and so we have this regional news roundup for you.
Definitely. And speaking of inclusion, hello, Mr. President, is an opportunity for you to let us and the whole world know problems that you have within your community. So just take a quarter and up to 1 minute video and let us all know what is troubling you with that video to us via the email hello-mrpresidenttv@gmail.com or the WhatsApp line 0550-585-832. And every Wednesday at 9:30 we will show it right here on Breakfast Daily.
Yes, well, we do have a packed show for you. And my name is David Kwekusechi.
And I am Dziffa Ametam. We'll take one more news roundup from our colleague, Benjamin Aklama, and then continue the show.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of News Roundup from the Volta region. My name is Benjamin Aklama, and in the news today, National Security Minister Albert Kan Dapa is expected to lead a delegation of high-profile security personnel to visit the Volta region today. The visit is to afford the Security Minister a first-hand evaluation of the threat posed by a secessionist group whose activities in the past few days has generated national concern. It will be recalled that aside from the roadblock of major entry points into the region, some days ago, this very ground from where I am bringing you this update witnessed an attack that led to the burning of a bus belonging to the State Transport Company alleged to be by the secessionist group. On the particular day of the attack, the attackers also subjected drivers of the company who were present to severe beatings. Meanwhile, travelers who may prefer to travel from Ho to Accra using the state transport company can now heave a sigh of relief as the facility has started operating again following last Tuesday's attack on the yard. In a related development, Volta Regional Minister Dr. Archibald Alecha has threatened to sue persons suggesting that he has in the past funded activities of the separatist movement Homeland Study Group Foundation. The name of the minister has come up in a number of media engagements with persons claiming to be members of the separatist movement, suggesting that he has been a patron of the group in the past. In a recent interview with a local TV station, V1 TV, two men who were interviewed on grounds of anonymity who claimed to have been members of the group claimed that the minister has provided food and other items to the group in 2014 and signed their donation book. But the regional minister in a Citi News interview warned such persons to stop spewing lies or face court action. Also in the news, the chiefs and people of Dziffa around Japan in the Volta region have joined the League of Traditional Councils and leaders who have spoken openly against the activities of the separatist movement advocated for a Western Togoland state. According to Dziffa chiefs, they were taken aback when they woke up on Friday at dawn to notice that some element of the secessionist group have extended their activities to the Tong areas, namely Sogakope, Mepe, Bato and Dziffa, Japan, in what they say is an attempt to drag their name in the mud. They have therefore distanced themselves from such activities and warned such groups to stay off their territory. And finally, Citi News can report that the military in the Volta region is on high alert to avert any more activities of their secessionist group. Now that does it for News Roundup from the Volta region today. My name is Benjamin Aklama, and please do enjoy the rest of our programs.
Agro Farms Limited, located in Ekropon in the eastern region, is a 1D1F initiative funded by Ghana Exim Bank that deals in poultry. This venture will create direct and indirect jobs for Ghanaians and help Ghana realize the vision of becoming an export-driven economy. A feat that would reduce the over $375 million spent on poultry importation. Like Agro Farms, there are other businesses being set up across the country under the 1D1F initiative, such as Casado Ropa, Ekunfi, pharmaceuticals, and more local businesses which are creating jobs and expected revenue. At Ghana Exim Bank, we call this the Made in Ghana 4P. Produce, promote, purchase, and prosper. If as a people we believe in a Ghana beyond aid, then let's prosper as a nation by producing, promoting, and purchasing our products. Let's support Made in Ghana and let's take Made in Ghana to the world. One district, one factory. Ghana at work. Ghana Exim Bank, facilitating Ghana's international trade.
There is nothing as hard as a diamond. For buildings with superior strength that withstand all weather conditions, Diamond Cement should be your preferred choice. Locate Diamond Cement nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrady and Bupe. Diamond Cement, as hard as a diamond.
Yes, Lord. Oh, you can see the walking there. Trade upon the walking. Oh, yeah, oh, oh, Jesus, the walking. Oh, the walking. Oh, yeah, oh, that's why I sing. The walking. Oh, the walking. Oh, the walking.
Well, that's beautiful, beautiful music, Jewohine. That's Carl Clotty. Gorgeous one there. Now it's time for us to meet our discovery of the week. I've been anticipating this for a few days now and very excited to introduce this person to you. You're going to be surprised. She is Dr. Emanuela Abasa Kunedu. Now, she's a pharmacist, but a lot more than just a pharmacist. Let's find out. Good morning.
Good morning.
Emanuela, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so now your nickname on Twitter is Kinafama Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Okay, how did you get that name?
So someone tweeted it, and I think someone said something, and he was making a comment about me. He didn't tag me, but he was like, Kinafama Mariah Carey, and everybody knew who he was talking about.
Oh, really?
So it was funny.
Yeah.
At the time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is so hilarious.
Yeah.
So I am actually the one who popularized it because I thought it was funny, and I tweeted it, and then it became popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's explain to our viewers why it is that some people who know you refer to you as Kinafama specifically, and then Mariah Carey. How do those things two go together?
Okay, so around Christmas, I posted a video.
That's the last Christmas?
Yes, the last Christmas, yes. So I posted a video of me singing in the pharmacy I worked at the time.
Okay.
And because it was Christmas, I sang Oh Holy Night by Mariah Carey.
Okay, I haven't heard that one.
Okay, so that went quite popular. Okay. So I think after that, people started calling me Mariah Carey or whatever. And because I'm a pharmacist, so the most popular, I guess the most popular pharmaceutical company they know of is Kinafama. So they just link the two. But there are actually a lot of variations of that nickname, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes, there's Tobinko, Whitney Houston.
Oh, really?
Yes,
there's
Pokufama, Adele. I mean,
Interesting.
The Twitter people are quite funny.
Whitney Houston, that sounds okay. Okay. So now, when did you finish pharmacy, and has music always been a part of your journey whilst you were?
Okay, yeah, so I finished in 2018, and yes, it has. Like right from first year, I joined the choir on campus, the church I was attending, and I enjoyed singing, so I'd always been, singing in the choir and things, So I sing for fun mostly, but
I noticed that you have a lot of fun doing it. Okay, you know what? Let's give our viewers a taste of what it is that I saw. So there's on Twitter there's a song you sang by Ed Sheeran, "Make It Rain."
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Make It Rain. Let's take a look at "Make It Rain."
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll come back and continue the conversation.
The sins of my father way down in my soul, and the pain of my mother will not let me go. Well, I know that there comes fire from the sky to refine the purest of kings. And even though I know this fire brings me pain, but even so, just the same, make it rain down, Lord, make it rain, make it rain, and let the clouds fill with thunderous applause, and let the lightning be.
All right. When are you getting the recording contract?
Well,
has anybody approached you?
Yeah, I've had a couple.
Okay.
But they are not really my style.
It's not your style.
Yeah, so I haven't really, you know,
settled on anything.
Yes.
Okay. What would you, if you were to pursue a music career, what direction would you want to go in? Where do you see yourself?
I'd like to fit in a gospel space.
Okay.
Yeah, either that or something. Not to slight anyone, but a lot of the female artists I see around in Ghana, they don't really carry themselves the way I want to be carry myself, you know. So that style of music may not really be my thing. So even if it's not directly gospel, it has to be have a message. Yes, it has to have a message
of hope and those kinds of things.
Yeah,
okay.
That kind of. Yeah.
I also noticed that. There was one of the videos, and we're not going to show that, but there was one of the videos you literally got you were surprised when somebody walked in and then you suddenly kept quiet and stopped singing. Do you have people walking in when you're singing like that sometimes?
Yeah, it happened a couple of times because it's a pharmacy, so definitely people walking. But where I was working was very, very chill. It was at the airport inside Terminal 3, and I mean, I could sit there about an hour and
no one will come.
So I had a lot of spare time. So I did what I love doing, which is singing. But I had a couple of times, I remember after that viral video, there were a couple of people who knew who I was, so they'd walk in and they say, you are singing again, you know, it's funny,
I see, okay. So, just talk about the whole thing. There's something you said, you did another video, and we'll show it soon, antibiotics.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about that challenge that you were singing about with antibiotics. How people become almost, what's the word?
Develop resistance.
Yes. Tell us about that.
So antibiotic resistance is a very big thing, and the WHO has enlisted it as one of the global health challenges at the moment. So it's
it's actually a health challenge.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's when antibiotics or organisms, put it that way, the organisms that cause diseases become resistant or become stronger than the medication we give them. So they mutate. You know, that's how the world is. When any organism or any species is being pursued, it changes in order to survive. So that's what the organisms are also doing. They're changing and they're developing some strength to the antibiotics, and that's because of how we use them. So we abuse them. They say take it 1 week, you take it 2 days, you feel fine. And that's the thing about the organisms, they are able to hide or pretend like you're okay. So they mutate. So that exposure to the antibiotic causes them to become stronger, and then so you realize that common diseases that we used to be able to treat
very easily,
are becoming difficult. So that song, for instance, was prompted by a result slip that I saw, a lab result slip. So we do what we call a culture and sensitivity when you have an infection, and we check to see which antibiotic can treat whatever infection you have. And from that person's result slip, we realized that all the antibiotics we use, including the very powerful ones, were not active against that organism. So you realize that hey, this is serious. I mean, if this infection is to spread, we'll have so many people with an untreatable infection. So it's something that we need to speak about. And so
clearly you were passionate about that.
I was.
And then, so you sang about antibiotics.
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look at what she sang about antibiotics.
Antibiotics, finish your antibiotics. If you don't want to be sick anymore, finish your antibiotics. Have you ever heard of antibiotic resistance? Well, it's when the organisms that cause disease begin to get stronger than the drugs. And this happens when you don't take your antibiotics correctly. And you have the organisms singing, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. So what do you have? You have people taking drugs but still not getting better. People dying from diseases that could have been cured. So finish your antibiotics, please. So finish your antibiotics, I beg you. If you don't want to be sick anymore, finish your antibiotics. Don't just take them when you like, don't just take them when you like. Consult a health professional. Don't just take them when you like, don't just take them when you like. Consult a health professional. If you think you're sick, don't just go and buy any antibiotics. So consult your doctor, talk to your pharmacist, because it's these same drugs that we all depend on. And they all stop working, then we're dead. Hey, then we're dead. So finish your antibiotics, please finish your antibiotics.
All right, so we enjoyed that bit there from our pharmacist, Dr. Emanuela Abasa Konedo. And she's going to give us a beautiful rendition. The video that I said I'm not going to play, she's going to sing a song from that. I want you to see that. Let's take a look, and we'll come back after that.
Hi.
Yeah, and the water's crashing. Yeah, for the very first time. With a melody that pulls you towards it, painting pictures of paradise, saying, rise up to the light in the sky and watch the light lift your heart up, burn your flame through the night. Whoa, Spirit, watch the heavens open. Yeah, Spirit, can you hear it calling? Yeah, and the wind is talking, trying to keep your head up high. While you're trembling, that's where the magic happens, and the stars gather by your side, saying, rise up to the light in the sky and watch the light lift your heart up, burn your flame through the night. Yeah, Spirit, watch the heavens open. Yeah, Spirit, can you hear it calling? Yeah,
Abo. Play the golden goal on Bet Planet today with just 20 Ghana Cedis. You could win a Mercedes and 100,000 Ghana Cedi worth of prizes. This advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below the age of 8.
Hello, sisters. I've been married for the past 2 years. My husband gave me the beating of my life recently, and the reason was that I don't accord him the respect after all the hard work and sacrifices he has made to take care of me and my family. I got injured as a result of the severe beating and I received and needed treatment, she says. Okay. Now it says, I had no money, and the only way was to get drugs from my ex-boyfriend, who's a nurse in my husband's community. He is married, and I'm aware that I am married as well. I met this guy for the drugs, and my husband pounced on him and started abusing him. He claims my ex is planning to take me away from him. As if that was not enough, my husband went to the police station to report him and also went to my family with the same claims. The matter has been settled now, and my ex has been freed, but I'm confused about how to proceed. Do I have a future with this man? More so, I'm 5 months pregnant.
She said she didn't have any money, right? Why didn't she ask her husband?
Once he's beating you like this severely when you're pregnant, trust me, it won't be the last time.
Yep.
And it has nothing to do with you.
Sometimes it's always better to start again, and you're happy and you're healthy.
Sisters, proudly brought to you by Vodafone Ghana. The future is exciting. Ready?
On the 7th of December, you will be going to the polls to elect a member of parliament. How well do you know your constituency?
We take a visit to the Awutu Senya East constituency of the Central Region. We are coming to you from the Inshayaso constituency in the Ashanti region. I'm still in the Aswanse constituency.
Political parties will be campaigning for your vote.
We have done almost about 80 to 90 different projects across the country.
There is no single school under any electoral area that has not seen the development of Honorable Muntaka.
But as a constituent, what will inform your choice of a candidate to represent you in Parliament?
My party is my community. What program are you bringing in to solve the problem of my community?
Be involved in what concerns you. My name is Fremedunyame. Join me on the constituency for all you need to know concerning your socio-economic development. The constituency airs on Citi TV Mondays to Thursdays at 5:30 p.m.
Welcome back. This is still Breakfast Daily on Citi TV. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now, our personality today is a young man who has made it easy for all of us to rent and buy homes from wherever we are in the world within Ghana. I'm talking about the CEO of Mikasa. They have over 45,000 listing on their website, and every month they get over 200,000 views. He's going to talk to us about his life, a bit about Mikasa, and we can all learn something from his journey. To join the conversation, use the hashtag Breakfast Daily and the WhatsApp line 0550585832. If you're outside Ghana, just use the country code +233, and I'll ask him all the questions you have. Good morning, Captain.
Good morning, Dziffa.
How are you?
Good.
Thank you so much for being with us.
No worries.
When was the last time I saw you?
I don't remember.
Tell us about Mikasa.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, we are the biggest real estate website in Ghana. So we all know this real estate market. There are 3 major issues that we've tackled. Yeah. One of them, obviously, is with trust. we've had a lot of stories about agents trying to hook you, people trying to sell fake lands to you. And even, I think, a week ago, I saw a news on Ghana Police official websites, official Facebook page on Facebook, where 2 agents who were trying to rook innocent tenants who were just looking for a place to rent. And so we built a very, very credible website where you could go find lots of different options. We know in the process of renting or buying, you want to see at least 4 or 5 different properties that is available for you. And every month we include not less than 1,005 new listings for tenants and people who are looking to buy. And the last option is the ease. So wherever you are, whether you live abroad, whether you're locally here, and anywhere you're looking for property, you just have to log on to the website, or you can just download the app on your phone and you're good to go. So that's the problem that we've solved.
Why were you so passionate about solving this particular issue?
So I would say in the beginning, it wasn't about property. I just wanted to do something on my own. I wanted to move into the entrepreneurial space. I wanted to solve a problem, obviously locally. So when I got the opportunity to go to MEST and took 2 years of training where I learned about the different ways of seeing problems and how to approach investors and how to raise money and the different markets in terms of the skills you needed if you wanted to penetrate, I realized that, okay, if I wanted to do something in the entrepreneurial space, then it had to be in Ghana and it had to be a local problem. And so that's when the property idea came up.
Wow. Now let's just backtrack to your life. Where did you grow up? How was life like as a child? What did you want to be when someone asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up, little Kelvin?
Yeah. So I promised I was going to share more detail about my childhood, which I probably haven't shared in any other previous interview with you.
Wow.
Just because of you, Dziffa.
Thank you.
So I mean, I grew up like the average Ghanaian, but then typically, growing up in a Ewe family, you're used to having, usually you have your mom very quiet, cool, collected, more open to you than your dad. My dad, very, very strict man. So I will share a story. When we first started school, I used to live in Labadi, so they took us to this school for KG and primary 1. And one day my dad just showed up. I was in the class, so he just showed up and called me and asked me to pick my bag and my books and follow him back home. And I was surprised. Yeah. I mean, I was young. I couldn't ask. I was like 6 years, 7 years. I couldn't ask what the problem was. But then when I got home, I didn't ask him directly. I spoke to my mom later in the evening, and she said, you know what? My dad complained that he just wanted to, shadow, just show up one day and just see how the tuition was going and all of that. And he overheard one of the teachers speaking vernacular.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so that was the reason.
So that's why you're out of the school.
Very, very petty. So at least that plan A was executed very well, but there was no plan B. So when next? Where I was going to continue school. So at the time, my mom, I don't know if you remember, but this was around early 90s. My mom was part of the Rollins time. They had this 31st December Women's Movement. Where they had lots of different kindergarten schools. So my mom was teaching in one of the schools. So she came up with an idea. She wanted to quit and relocate and find a new job. So she found a different school in Nungwa. She went there, applied, she got into the school. And then she did her own assessment about the school, and she thought that they had better facilities. Of course, the tuition was better. And she advised my dad to bring us there. So that was the plan B. So for close to 3 months, 4 months, we didn't have any school to move to. So when I couldn't speak, I was still very young. But when they took us to the school, I saw the facilities. I mean, they had a basketball court, they had a small, football field. Serious upgrade. So I couldn't complain. So for me, that was when I started to show interest in basketball. A lot of people didn't know this side of me.
Wow, okay. You play basketball?
I played more basketball than football, honestly. But I had a very terrible accident, so I had to stop.
No.
One time I was playing, it was a very silly mistake I did. I was playing and chewing gum, and I think someone was trying to net, and short as I was trying to, forcing myself to put the guy down, and then he elbowed me, and so I think my tongue I just cut my tongue very deep.
How old were you?
Maybe class 4.
How did your dad react?
See, he just told me not to do anything sporty anymore.
Basketball.
I lost the opportunity to do anything. Yeah, because he came, even when I was at the hospital, he came shouting and was very pissed that I was supposed to be studying or doing the quiet time. If it was break time, he was very pissed. So I couldn't play basketball anymore. He stopped me from playing football. But because I was a child, I still found my way to play football. Anytime he caught me, I mean, I received the lashes.
And you were fine with that?
Yeah, I was fine. So I think during primary school, I didn't really sit down to think about what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I was getting to GSS 3 when I started asking myself, because at the time you had to pick a school, you had to decide the course you wanted to do. And I said, okay, my mom, I didn't discuss this with my dad. My dad always knows what he wants me to do. And so I sat down with my mom and I was like, I enjoy like seeing planes and I wish I could, you know, be a pilot. It's like, okay, maybe then you have to study science.
A pilot?
Yeah.
Why?
Nothing really, because I had to pick a course going into secondary school, right? And then I usually, they would ask you, that was like 2002, I completed GSS in 2000. They will ask you the courses, they will ask your teachers
Now
first.
you're giving us your age a bit. How old are you, Kelvin?
I'm a little above 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've achieved a lot.
Really?
You have.
Really?
Now maths, let's talk about maths. Why did you decide to do maths in University?
So I think there's a little of drama in secondary school. Maybe I'll share that before we get into
go
tomorrow.
for it.
So when I was applying for secondary school, I picked a boys' school, Presec, if you don't mind me mentioning. That was because a lot of my friends went to Presec. And unfortunately, I didn't get the grades to study science.
Wow.
They were willing to offer general arts. My dad said no. My dad was really pissed with me. He said,
why?
So I was kind of good with my grades when I was in GSS. I mean, I had really good grades. I think the lowest I had was 7.1 at the time. I was really sick and ill. So he expected me to get nothing less than 8.1s. And I mean, our time we had to reset. They canceled all the papers. I mean, I don't want to give excuses, but it happened that I didn't make the grade that would take me to
still
Presec.
a lot of pressure for a young man.
So he was really, really. I mean, he said very. I don't know if he's watching, but he said very, very.
Let's be kind to him if he's watching.
Very, very. I mean, very, very nasty things to me. So at the time, I didn't know who to confide in. Yes, I spoke to my mom. At night, I sat down and cried because I felt like I had disappointed my parents, especially my dad. So I came up with another idea. I didn't pick my second choice. The teachers picked for me. So I spoke to my mom and told her, you know what, if I have to go to a different school, then I prefer AIS, Akosomo International. But you have to take an exam to get into that school. And she didn't know if she, you know, it was a good idea to speak to my dad about it. And I said, okay, why not? Let's try. So she called my dad and spoke to him and said, this is my decision. And my dad was like, okay, if you two want to take this path, take me out.
What?
Yeah. That was how strict my dad was.
Wow.
Yeah. So my mom was like,
that's extreme.
Very extreme. That's typical.
I mean, he's changed now. I'm sure my dad is watching. He's the same. Doji's the same to his children too. I mean, hopefully they change.
Yeah, but he's a changed man now. I mean, he's calmer, he's older and all of that. So there was no option for us to, because my mom didn't want to take that risk. I was like, you know what, don't worry, just go to this senior high school. So Dziffa, for like 2 semesters, and the secondary school I went to, I wasn't studying.
Wow.
Yeah, I literally had like, my grades were really poor. I had like F in maths.
Why?
That was one of my favorites. Because I wasn't studying. I wanted, you know, at the time they would send your grades to your parent, they would mail them to your dad. So I thought my dad would see and question me and ask me what the issue was. He didn't.
How did that make you feel?
I mean, the only reason why I changed and started sitting up was because the authorities called me. Second time, they were like, hey, dude, if you have to continue this way, we have to let you go because you're in the science class. And they were actually pasting our grades at the back of the class. So yeah, I mean, people saw me, was like, who's this dumb dude and always not performing. So I realized that no, let me sit up because my dad wasn't paying attention.
But why were you trying to get his attention so much?
Because I wanted to change the school.
Wow.
I wanted to change because if he gave me the opportunity to speak about, because he knows I'm not like a very terrible student. At least I'll tell him, you know, I want to change schools. If you allow me, I don't mind going back and starting you know, from one, you know, all over again. He didn't. So I think that was when I started thinking about independence, self-independence. Like how can I be self-independent? And honestly, the only thing that came in mind was I had to make money to be self-independent because I didn't want to rely on my dad.
How old were you around that time?
Since 2000, because I completed SS 2005.
Okay.
Yeah, in the teens.
Yeah, 16.
16, thereabout, 17, thereabout. So, yeah, I made it. I mean, I wrote my SSE. I made it. I made a grades. My dad thought again that I should go and better my biology. I wasn't good at biology. I never had A in biology. I always get B or C. Yeah. Wow. So I said no. I mean, any course I get, I don't mind taking it because at the time I knew that I wanted to move into entrepreneurial space because I wanted to be very independent.
But how difficult was it to actually say no to your dad?
It was very easy at the time because he took his mind off me for a long time in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't feel neglected, abandoned?
No, because maybe I was used to it. My mom came more often to visit. I spoke to my mom more. My dad really still felt like I disappointed him and all of that. And he didn't really, I mean, our men really show emotions. They are just like streets like that. You know, so when I made it to tech and they gave me maths, maths was one of my favorites. I mean, I used to be very, very, very good in maths. I don't know now. I haven't done anything maths apart from calculating revenue and making sure my books are clean. Yeah. So when I got into maths, it was pretty easy in the first year, but second year maths in university was crazy. It's all variables and there's nothing about numbers. Numbers was the easiest part. But at the time, I realized that's when my entrepreneurial journey started because 2007-8, internet cafe was a big deal. I attempted to start that. And then later, we wanted to do a remedial school. I was going to take maths and chemistry. My other colleagues were going to take other subjects just to make some extra income before MEST.
So at what point did you decide that, okay, I've heard about this MEST thing and I'm going to do it? And viewers, if you have any questions for Kelvin, he's the CEO of Mikasa, okay? If you've not heard of Mikasa, just Google them. They're a place where you can find properties, you can rent apartments. They make it easy for you to get rid of those agents who want to take advantage of us by doing all the hard work for us. And he's so young, he's just in his early 30s. And they raised, what, $1 million a couple of years ago? Over $1 million for Mikasa a couple of years ago. So the story gets interesting as we go. But the hashtag is Breakfast Daily. And the WhatsApp line is 0550585832. If you're outside Ghana, just use the country code +233 and I'll ask him all your questions. Okay. Meltwater Entrepreneurship School of Technology.
Yeah.
When did you hear about them and why did you decide to go there?
So before MEST, like I said, I was already used to traditional business, internet cafe. Remedial school we had not started, but we were almost, about starting because we had printed flyers and all of that. And I was doing my national service at Ametam. I was a teacher.
Okay. Did you enjoy it?
Initially, I didn't want to. I wanted to change because I wanted a more corporate work experience because of my mindset. I knew I was going to move into entrepreneurial space, so I wanted to know how things work in the corporate space. But when I got into it, I realized that because I didn't have a lot of self-confidence, standing in front of people, trying to convince people to listen to me, trying to get their attention, trying to know who is paying attention, who is not, and trying to figure out who is not doing well and how to help them improve and all of that. So that challenged me. And apart from that, I got a lot of time because after writing exams, you have like 2 months vacation, or sometimes a month vacation. You close very early. So I had a lot of time to do a lot of different things. So one time I was late for work and I was watching TV. I usually watch Good Morning Ghana at the time in TV3. Yeah,
but now you watch Citi.
Yeah, I'm watching TV. So I saw an advert. They came in with their crew, talked about MEST and how they were trying to help young students and entrepreneurs move into the software space, full sponsored scholarship. And I thought, okay, I started reading. That was my first time started to read about online businesses. Because when I was in school, I think the biggest social media platform was High Five and MySpace. And even at the time, you had to go to the cafe to go and check your mail and reply and all of that. So I wasn't very, familiar with the online space. So I said, okay, let me read about these guys. I took some time, did, and I realized that it's relatively easier than the traditional business that I want to move into or that I've already started. So I applied. And luckily, I was selected to move into the school.
How was it 2 years at MEST like?
I mean, at first of all, I thought 2 years was too much, honestly, because I just wanted to move straight into starting something. But then the way they structured it, I realized that you had to get the training, you had to take your time, you had to study the market. There were a lot of things that I didn't know, even though I had attempted entrepreneurship or I had a degree in maths or I did a lot of different things or read a lot of different things. There's still a lot of different things that I didn't know. First of all, like how to even pitch to an investor, how to do market research, and the very important things to look out for when you're doing market research, how to go to the customer, for instance, how to think about the customer and put yourselves in the shoes of the customer. So there are lots of different things I didn't know. So my first year was a lot about the learning curve. And then the second year, obviously, you come up with a lot of different ideas. MEST, I mean, they allow you to explore. So we did explore, we did different ideas. One particular idea that we're very, very passionate about that we didn't move forward with. If you don't mind me, I would like to share that idea.
Go for it.
So I used to, and I've shared this a couple of times, I used to live with my mom and my sister. My dad, fortunately they separated, so my dad left. So my sister used to do this very annoying thing. She didn't have like a lot of, I hope she's not listening. She didn't have a lot of confidence in her dressing. So before she went to work, she would wear the dress on ironed and wake me up and ask.
What do you think of this? And you're like, really?
Seriously, So when I went to MEST, I'm like, can we create an Instagram type of app where she could dump her clothes in a wardrobe, virtual wardrobe? And then maybe the boyfriend or the girlfriend or invite someone else, to do this engagement with.
Not your brother.
Not me. Yeah. So, I mean, it sounded like a really exciting idea at the time, 2011, 12, thereabout. And we put together the whole pitch, the market research and the business model, and we pitched to the investor. He was so excited about it. We had a lot of different use cases. But then we took a step back. I sat down with my co-founders at the time. I'm like, guys, I mean, look at us. I'm not into the fashion space. I have no idea. I don't have any networks in the fashion space. You guys, also do not have that kind of connection. And this business looks like it would thrive more in the European or the US than in Africa. And secondly, if we wanted a lot of money to build this, we're not going to get that kind of money. Because we had to make sure the app looked really, really clean and worked very well. And so we sadly had to say no to that idea, even though the investor was ready to fund us.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a big one. So we started looking at local ideas, ideas that we could directly influence. We had the practical knowledge, and maybe if we didn't have that direct practical knowledge, it's easy for us to learn because we understand the culture. And again, that independence that I talked about. I attempted to leave my mom and rent on my own. So I came up with that idea again. I'm like, I had this experience in the past where I was looking for a single room some time back, and I had this difficulty. So can we explore this and see? And so we did. I became a real estate agent for a while because I wanted to understand the whole process.
The entire supply chain.
The entire value chain.
Wow.
So I listed on one free classified. Someone will call me, I take them to the property. They like it, they give questions, object to it and all of that. I took notes of all of these different processes. And then we put together a pitch again and sold to the investor. I remember one of his concerns was the fact that at the time, 2013, there were other competitors who came in with a lot of money. Yeah, I mean, multinational websites with investors backing them from all over. So he was worried, like, Kelvin, how are you guys going to compete with these guys? Because, I mean, I can't give you more than $90,000.
Yeah.
And these guys are all over on TV, radio, lots of different marketing channels. How are you going to do it? I'm like, don't worry. I mean, this is our market. We understand the market more than them. And I can go and knock at every agent's door. They can't do that.
Yeah.
So give me the money and I'll prove you wrong.
How was that first year like for you? Startup, you have $90,000, but your competitors have millions of dollars.
So I think I probably, there was too much passion that I overlooked a lot of things. So a typical example is, when you're raising money from investor, you have to come up with a business plan. And the investors take the business plan very, very personal. It's like their Bible. Yeah. So you have to be careful what you put in the business plan. And your projections and all of that. I ignored. I just assumed that, oh, the first 6 months we should be bringing in lots of dollars. Yeah. So I put in the projections that the first 6 months we should be making X revenue. So we went for the first board meeting. I mean, that was just 3 months after we launched. It was okay. Everybody was cool, collected. We spoke less about money. Second board meeting was very heated.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was walking into the board meeting with negatives, no revenue. Yeah, I mean, that was probably my worst board meeting ever.
How did the investors react?
I mean, I was like, Yon, I mean, we are friends. we were just having, we're just having drink together. What was happening? I mean, it was only business for him.
Wow.
Asking why I promised this, why we went to deliver, what have we been doing. I mean, lots of questions. So I just, put my head down and I had to reassure him. So we had to go back to the drawing board and change lots of different things.
Wow.
So one of the strategies, I mean, we realized that we couldn't spend a lot of money on traffic because if you're building a marketplace, the playbook is there. You need to grow your content, you need to grow your traffic, you need to grow leads, user experience, and then you come to revenue.
Yeah.
So we had to do lots of different strategies.
Skip steps.
Yeah, we had to skip lots of steps, but we had to do it really quickly without really spending dollars because we couldn't spend more than $2,000 every month.
Wow.
That includes the office space, salary,
marketing,
sales, and everything.
Wow.
I mean, we were really not paying ourselves anything at the time. Yeah.
How did you now go from $90,000 to raising over $1 million?
So before the $1 million, I think we took close to a year to go back to the drawing board to rebuild the business. So we had very good content. We had very good traffic. Like I said, we did lots of different things. We did lots of partnership with, I think at the time it was Versailles. We did a partnership where they would allow us to put our listings on their website. Same with Ghana Web, multimedia. So we did we're getting a lot of traffic. Agents were, now confident to list on our platform. And then we started monetizing slowly. So we were running out of cash. I mean, if you're doing an online business, it's really, really tough. You have to keep burning cash until you have all the KPIs set to make a lot of money. So I think we had about $35,000 left.
Wow.
And we said, we had to stop spending, paying ourselves, and we had to look for extra money because the business had just taken off. Our investor, obviously, is not the typical Series A type. He just does seed funding, the first investor, Yon. So we were looking at different options. I mean, I spoke with a lot of different investors from Nigeria, from Europe. And then one morning, I don't know what I did. I don't know where I slept. I got this.
The universe.
The universe
like,
was so kind to me.
You've too much.
Yeah. So I got this very nice email from all the way from Malaysia, Frontier Digital Ventures, saying they've been following us for a while, and so they would like to have a chat. I mean, I was a little skeptical because when investors say they want to have a chat, it's just one of those things where they speak with you and they vanish. And I was right in the beginning. They came, we had a chat. They wanted to know about the business, the market, and all of that. And after 1 hour interview, they went off for like 3 months.
Wow.
And trust me, I was so desperate.
Yeah.
I didn't know if to send them an email and ask them, Charlie, what's happening? Are you guys interested? Or should I continue to build a business and look for other options? So they came back 2015, and I know usually investors, when they want to fund, they speak to lots of different companies. So they had spoken with a lot of other competitors, but they came back. So probably saw something in me or in the business. And we had a chat, and they said, okay, now we want to actually invest. How much are you looking for to grow the business? Where can you take the business in the next 2 to 3 years? And what's the bigger picture? And we agreed on $800,000 investment at the time. So we did a shareholders agreement. They invested $500K immediately, and there were terms to invest the follow-up $300,000. But since then, I mean, we've done lots of other investments. We've acquired our competition. And
how were you able to acquire Jumia House Ghana? That's a big deal. I mean, when you guys started, they were the market leaders.
Yeah, they were clear market leaders. Jumia House, I mean, they were doing a lot of things right, I have to admit. That's obviously why we approached them. But in the year 2017, when we did, that wasn't the plan. We had never made any budgets in my business plan that we're going to look at acquiring our competition. The plan was to continue to compete with them on traffic, on leads, on all the other KPIs, and exceed them by a margin of at least times 1.5 or 2 if it was possible. And one time my investors said they had to speak with me. It was very urgent. So I jumped on a call, and then they told me Jumia, the investors, Rocket Internet, they were interested in, my investors have other portfolios. Yeah. So they told them they were invested in another portfolio in a different country. They were interested in acquiring that business. And so we had to sit down and look at, okay, do they sell that business to them? Because that business belonged to my second investor. Do they sell it to them, or do we do a swap deal? Okay. So I had to do a proper analysis on the Jumia website and their business to see whether it made sense, because we're going really, really fast. We're almost catching up. So I did the analysis. I realized, okay, if we buy them at a very good price, it would get us to where we want to get to quicker. So we had to re-strategize and think about where the money is going to come from, what the assets of Jumia are, and look at the client, because we had very similar clients. You have to look at clients that like to use Mikasa, clients that dislike Mikasa, clients just that want to just use Jumia House, and how do you bring this, how do you marry these two? So we did, it was a very revealing experience and exercise for me, because I had not done that. It was just a young guy trying to build a website.
You were like in your 20s.
Yeah. Just a young guy trying to build a website, and then all of a sudden there's this big deal where we have to acquire a competition, and I have to learn on the job really, really fast. Yeah.
Wow. What's next for Mikasa?
Lots of people are asking us to move from Ghana and open in other markets. I won't deny that. We've considered other interesting markets like Kenya, like South Africa, north of Africa. But I think there's still a lot that we haven't done yet in Ghana. We want to continue to improve the experience for buyers and for seekers who are looking to buy locally, who are looking to buy from abroad. We want to make sure we are involved in the whole value chain, the whole process. So even if they want mortgage, how do we help them in the process? If they want paperwork, how do we facilitate that process for them? So we just want the whole experience to be 360, and then from there, maybe in the next 2 years, we can look at moving to different markets. Yeah.
So for all the aspiring entrepreneurs watching you, from a young man dealing with confidence issues to now running the biggest online marketplace for homes in Ghana, what advice would you give them?
I'm still young anyway, but those who are now thinking about dropping their 9 to 5 job, now, looking at moving to the space, I would say, and this is advice I picked from, my investors, make sure, you can't do it alone. So if you have to work with someone, make sure you work with the right people. Find someone who is good. Okay. When I say good, it's not necessarily someone with the best talent, someone who is like extremely smart. The person needs to be good, the person needs to be committed, the person needs to be willing, to sacrifice. Because when you start a business, once you decide to start a business, especially in Africa, it will take you close to 3 to 4 years to know if the business model works for your customers, and that includes tweaking a lot of niche and tweaking. So the person needs to be ready and willing to commit at least 3 to 4 years of their time. And secondly, the idea needs to be big enough. I'm not saying those trying to do small businesses, it's not good, but then maybe in Africa or in Ghana, we need to create a lot of jobs for the graduates. So think about a big idea if it's possible, and investors want big idea. So if you want to raise more money to grow your business, it's all about the numbers. So think about a big idea, and then the rest, I think, just keep executing. Don't give up.
How many employees do you have now?
We don't have a lot. I think we are now like just 20.
20?
Yeah.
So you're creating jobs, helping people who want to sell their homes, and also, Kelvin, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Where do we follow Mikasa? Where do we follow you?
Yeah.
Give us all the information. Really.
So, like I said in the beginning, if you want to rent or buy, please. It's very expensive to buy a house. You work your off every time and save a lot of money. And so when you decide to buy that property, don't rush. Don't see any good deal on any other website and jump to pay the money. Go on Mikasa. We've done all the job for you. We work with very trusted agents. We make sure we verify them before they post. Beyond that, we have direct communication with them on a daily basis. We know where their offices are. And so these guys are really, really trusted agents and developers.
Yeah.
You can go there and find lots of different options, wherever you want to find a property, whatever land, property you want to buy or rent. Log on to Mikasa, meqasa.com, or you can go on social media and find us, and we'll be there to serve you.
Thank you so much, Calvin, for being with us. And I'm a proud Mikasa client. That's where I go to get my places to rent. And most of my friends use Mikasa. I hope you've been inspired. So wherever you are, you can determine your destiny. I mean, he's just in his early 30s, created the biggest online marketplace for housing in Ghana, bought out Jumia House Ghana and raised over $1 million. You don't have any excuse to not chase your dreams. We'll be right back.
Close-up deep action with antibacterial mouthwash formula and deep cleaning gel. Close-up deep action. Enjoy long-lasting fresh breath.
The Confit Juice Factory is a 1D1F initiative funded by Ghana Exim Bank. Each juice brand, a Confit fruit juice, is made from fresh pineapple and its quality is impeccable. All raw materials used in its production are purchased here in Ghana. The entire value chain has helped the community prosper by creating jobs for many Ghanaians, from farming, distribution, and retail. Due to its great taste and brand promotion, a Confit Juice is available in supermarkets and shops all over Ghana. And just like a Confit Juice factory, there are other factories set up across the country under the 1D1F initiative in areas such as shea production, poultry, pharmaceuticals, sweet potatoes, avocado, tomatoes, mangoes, and more local businesses which are creating jobs and expected revenue. At Ghana Exim Bank, we call this the Made in Ghana 4P. Produce, promote, purchase, and prosper. If as a people we believe in the Ghana beyond aid, then let's prosper as a nation by producing, promoting, and purchasing our own products. Let's support Made in Ghana, and let's take Made in Ghana to the world. One district, one factory. Ghana at work. Ghana Exim Bank, facilitating Ghana's international trade.
Afrishepa Equipment Ojura Festival is here again. Tapped, safe, and smart Okwepiman. We continue to embark on exploring and discovering our rich cultural treasures together. And amidst this global coronavirus pandemic, we're staying safe with all protocols and being smart in the new normal. Join the celebrations from 28th of September to the 4th of October 2020 on www.ojurafestival.com. Also at Equipment Ojura Festival and at Okwepihini on all social media platforms. Ojura 2020, Ewo.
There is no promise we cannot keep. There is no commitment we cannot honor. There is no delivery we cannot guarantee. There is only one, Bethel Logistics Company Limited, a licensed international freight forwarding and clearing agent, a trusted global brand with an extensive network for the movement of air freight and ocean freight worldwide. We are the trusted name for road freight into Western and Northern Africa. We are fully accredited by Ghana Customs and Excise. We cater for all your freight forwarding, customs clearing and forwarding, cross trades, inland transportation, internal cargo tracking systems, customer freight costing and consultancy, cold chain logistics management, logistics and warehousing, quality inspection, and much more. In Accra, Tema, and Takrady, we are always available to ensure easy movement of cargo countrywide. Call us on 0204 528 900 or 0244 707 859. Email info@bethellogistics.com. Locate us in Accra at North Ridge, adjacent Accra Girls High School, or in Tema at Community 4, or in Takrady on the second floor of the GCB building. Website bethellogistics.com. Bethlog, experts in shipping logistics.
You and I were like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. Right away. At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. Oh, shine bright tonight, you and I. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I do why so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. When the sins of my father lay down in my soul, and the pain of my mother will not let me go.
Well, I know they can't come fire from the sky to refine the purest of kings. And even though I know this fire brings me pain, even so, and just the same, make it rain now, Lord. Make it rain, make it rain, make it rain, make it rain down, Lord. Make it rain, make it rain. The sea needs the water, for it goes out of the ground. But it just keeps on getting hot. Keeps on getting hotter. Hunger more profound. Hunger more profound. Well, I know there can come tears from the eye. Tears from the eye. In vain. Even though I know these tears come with pain. Even so, and just the same, make it rain down, Lord. Make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain.
if you can get all the understanding on some of the difficult subjects you struggle with in school. As a student, do you feel dissatisfied with how hard it is to figure out the subjects you're learning? Or as a parent or guardian, do you worry that your child is struggling to understand some of the subjects in school? Well, now you don't need to sign up for extra lessons or tutors. Simply tune in to Class Act, Mondays to Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. on Citi TV. Class Act is a show that seeks to enable senior high school students gain a much better understanding of what they learn in school. All you need is a TV, a chair, your notebook, and your pen. Get clarity on subjects such as maths, English, IT, and science. Class Act airs every Monday to Thursday at 5:30 p.m. on Citi TV on DSTV channel 363 and GoTV channel 182. Don't forget your pens, pencils, and your notebooks and tune in to Class Act. Only on Citi TV.
Welcome back. It's Breakfast Daily on Citi TV. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now it's time for entertainment, and we have Kwame Dadzi with us.
Yes, Dziffa.
What's up?
Everything
First of all, where's that to Kwame? He's going to get us TZ or something.
I sent him somewhere. Yeah, I sent him somewhere. He'd come.
He'll come. Yeah. Okay. What's happening? I heard Becca is finally going to drop her very last
so remember
album.
Earlier this year, she came out to say that she was bowing out of the music industry as in doing active music.
Yeah.
So that means that you wouldn't be seeing her on stages performing, releasing songs regularly. So she has announced that she's going to release a last album. Last album.
Last
and that features only female musicians.
Ooh, I think it's about time, actually.
You're happy?
I'm happy, obviously. I mean, power to the women.
How about that Kwame Dadzi who has always wanted to be on a song with Becca?
You'll be fine.
How?
You should have done it this whole time. If you didn't do it, then you didn't do it.
If she didn't do it with me, there is a queen of Ghanaian music who is ready to do that with me. That's Wendy Shea.
Really? Why are you taking Becca to sign up?
It's about Becca. So Becca is...
What can we expect from the album?
I think we should expect a masterpiece. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know which artists are going to be featured on the album as of now, but I trust that being the last album, she wouldn't want to do anything that would tarnish the credibility or the reputation she's built over the years since her days from Mentor days when she was discovered, actually qualified to be part of the contest, and then Kiki Banson just went for her, produced her from that.
Or
yes.
Figuratively. Okay, continue.
You see a lie.
I'm just asking.
So since that time, Dark Days, and you know my favorite of Becca's songs, Tutu Bobby,
oh gosh,
Tutu
I love
Bobby,
Becca.
and you know the touch that she adds to the
I
song.
wanted to join you, but my voice is not as good as yours, so I advised myself.
Oh, there be days, Bobby, You know how she slangs the Bobby. Oh, yeah, I'll prophesize it. But she has done so well in the music industry, producing hits after hits.
African
Woman. Charlotte's so great. Recently, she released The One. You like that song? You like that song?
I want you to continue with your voice for me. That's why I started, so that you continue.
How much are you paying
God
for
that? Not, he'll be like, you guys need to stop with your cantata things that you're doing.
But I am happy for Becca. I don't know why she wants to bow out of the music industry, but she had an interview with the CNN where she gave some reasons and what she would be doing after she had left, not entirely, but after she had left active music. So let's take a look at that video. Yeah.
Yes, my very, very last album. Yes,
My husband and I are doing so much. We're into real estate as well. I'm into, you know, I've bought so many franchises that will be coming out now, beauty cosmetic franchise that will be coming out now. I have a logistics company as well that I'm looking at running. Music is always going to be there, don't get it wrong. I'm always going to do music. However, I'm not going to be actively recording and in the studio at 5 a.m. and all that. This last album is actually an all-female album, to being a woman in the industry. It's sometimes really tough. If I've been able to do it, you know, you can be able to do it. Every female artist there, be encouraged. And also to give, you know, exposure, just to also show people, some of my sisters that are here that they don't even know, in South Africa they don't know. It's just, it's going to be a strong album.
So that's Becca.
Yeah.
I mean, she's done so much, you know.
She's done well.
We have to really celebrate her. I know that in recent times she's come under a lot of heat. But
And I'm expecting her to hold a concert together with the album launch. Yeah.
Are there any women you would like to see on there? I would definitely want to see Riala.
Riala on there, Adina on there. Ifia, obviously.
Don't forget your queen of Ghanaian musical.
And I wouldn't be surprised if she features Tiwa Savage.
Ooh, yeah, we can just go continental. Eno too, she should probably have Eno on it as well.
Maybe. And I know she would go to Nigeria to pick some people from there.
Speaking of Nigeria.
You know that thing because of
somebody's
the Nigerian
moving
husband.
to Nigeria. Not just a Nigerian husband.
Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody wants to.
Our king of.
No, our.
What do we call Godfather?
The manager, or the Godfather
of the Queen. Is going to Nigeria. Why is he moving to Nigeria? Ghana's not big enough for the Queen.
He is not happy about certain laws that bar the creative people from operating. For example, the law that bars celebrities from advertising for
alcohol beverages. It looks like they are the one team that are really against this whole alcoholic beverage situation.
He put out a post recently on Instagram. I think let's take a look at that and continue with the conversation.
Okay, let's take a look at what the manager of the Queen had to say on Instagram.
Bullet.
So we're looking at Bullet here. He says, in a year or two, there will be no record labels in Ghana due to stringent, heart-wrenching laws made by people occupying higher positions to collapse the creative arts. First, it was FDA, and now Gaming Commission. I am moving rough town to Nigeria. If the government doesn't change these laws, that sounds like a threat to me.
It sounds like a decision that somebody is about taking.
Okay.
He wouldn't be the first person to leave a country to another country to start a business.
What do people have? Who did that?
But people leave countries. People relocate to start businesses elsewhere. So if he wants to move to Nigeria, he can do that. But is he running away from the problem? If you claim there is a problem that needs to be solved, like the FDA not allowing celebrities to plug alcoholic beverages, your leaving doesn't really change the situation, or you don't care about the people you're leaving behind.
No, but then shouldn't our leaders also listen to this as feedback? Because it's, you know, it's not fair.
I understand, and I know people have given their side of the story, given very tangible reasons that actually make sense. Why they should actually not prevent them from advertising for these beverages, because you know you should rather advise whoever is going to take
sell to a minor. If that's your concern.
That's it, because some of these celebrities are losing so much deals from these companies. And he mentioned the Gaming Commission, and that bit I don't know, but I know that if you do anything that involves chance, as in a show whatsoever, and you're a celebrity, it doesn't matter who you are, you need to let the Gaming Commission come in to regulate it. It's law. And if you don't like it, you can only suggest, you know, ways of making things better than saying you're leaving the country.
But shouldn't our lawmakers also empathize with the people that they aim to serve?
That is what we are asking that they do.
Have they been listening? It's about to be a year since they started this whole, you can't advertise.
You don't just wake up to change laws, it's a process.
Well, you don't just wake up to create laws too, if the people you're creating them for don't find it relevant.
So there must be a change, but change doesn't come overnight, you know. So Bullet, if you go to Nigeria right now, I'm not sure Nigerian music industry or entertainment industry is a haven where you didn't have any problems. Those there,
But
I'm
at least
sure,
you can still get some alcoholic beverages. There could be made in Nigeria beverages that are looking to dominate the Ghanaian market the way Casapreco has dominated the Nigerian market.
It appears his main
it might work out for them.
Preoccupational, I don't know, it appears that he is actually setting up his business or record label basically for alcoholic beverages. I don't know. If that is what his livelihood.
No.
hinges on.
I think now you're stretching it.
I'm not stretching it.
It was a threat that if you don't do this, I will leave. But I think other people should probably get on and also voice their opinions.
Yeah. And I think the entertainment industry, the well-being of the industry, goes beyond these endorsement deals. We've always talked about the copyright system, the royalty system, and everything, making the environment more productive for the creatives. And so, in as much as I agree that some of these laws should be looked at, we should also crave the indulgence of the lawmakers and everybody who is involved to make sure that we have these copyright laws well in place.
Have we created a robust enough ecosystem for a Sarkodie, for instance, to say, I've succeeded just as much as a Wizkid? And if we haven't, how do we position ourselves well so that our superstars can make enough money the way Nigerians are within their market? Granted, Nigeria is a bigger market, but have we done enough for them?
Another thing is moving away from government is how corporate institutions and individuals invest in the creative industry in Nigeria. I'm not sure we have a lot of those people right here. If, for example, we're having Big Brother Ghana or Big Brethren Ghana.
Please don't. Please don't.
Are you going to have big institutions or companies coming on board to sponsor? That is the question. If you watched BB Nigeria and you saw everything that happened, and you cast your mind back to Ghana and you ask yourself, can we do this? Yes, we can, but are people willing to put their monies into this? It's not always about government, but do the people who have their resources, do they really understand the creative industry? Are they willing to support us? Do they know that if they are putting their monies into the industry, they're going to get that money back? That is a problem. So I think the Nigerian industry is thriving because the people in there, people with the wherewithal, they have the industry at heart, and they know that if I put in this amount of money, I'll get that back. I'll get more from it.
So why don't we do that here? Because if, you know...
And that is why we should keep on drumming home the message that the creative industry is a multi-billion cities. I wanted to say dollar, but no.
You can say dollar.
No, cities.
Because I think it's sad that some of our superstars are not as wealthy as Nigerian superstars, for instance, South African superstars. And it's sad for Bullet to even make such a threat.
That he wants to
gave
leave.
us Ebony, he's given us Wendy Shea. You know, with all
Tried
their
giving us
flaws.
Fontana too. You don't want to mention that.
Did you see the limo she brought here when she came?
That was Tisha.
Okay, I'm confusing them. Oh, Jesus.
Tisha is that.
Never mind. That's but Becca and Wendy Shea, you know, what should we expect from the entertainment industry now? How do we celebrate Becca well? Because I feel like she's had such a tough year.
Yeah, and that was what I said. I think in as much as she is bringing out an album that features only women,
That's a big deal.
I don't think.
Don't say in as much as.
No, okay,
that's the highlight.
That's the highlight, but we shouldn't leave it to only the women. We should all get involved to celebrate the women together with Becca and the fact that she is bowing out
of the industry
gracefully.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just invite her to come and perform at your wedding.
Oh, come on. You think so? She'll do that?
Oh, she would come and perform
for the right price, maybe. But I think all these female artists should perform their favorite Becca song for her.
That would be nice.
Yeah. I haven't seen, have we done that for Lumba yet? Because Lumba's birthday was earlier this week. I look forward to the day all the artists will sing. I think we will finish all the artists in Ghana.
You know,
go to
he
Nigeria.
used to have this concert that he organized, I think in December, every year. It's been a while I saw him perform.
What's your favorite Lumba song?
This song.
Mine is Makuma Muta favor.
No, you there? Oh, the eyes of Podonium. You see that? I know what you like. Yeah.
But Bibi Jojo now.
Bibi Jojo, say Kutia.
Just so I don't want to sing the song. I want you to sing it. I'm giving you the lyrics so that you sing it. Eh? But he said, Jamreya said, Ube Jaime, Ama.
You know the lyrics.
Hey, you say that you have to say it properly. On that note, City Countdown.
City Countdown comes on every Friday on 97.3 Citi FM with Jessica Parisa Forum. The top 10 hottest songs in the country. Who do you know?
That means you don't know if you are playing to your family members, but the rest of the country
Saturday, Yumano Sapon also brings to you the same songs on Citi TV, 4 p.m. sharp. Okay. So you need to just tune in and take a look at which songs are making it right now in the country.
Okay, should we take a look at the songs that made it to the top 10 City Countdown? All right, let's do that.
This is the Citi Countdown. This is the Citi Countdown. This is the Citi Countdown, number 10. Number 9. This is the Citi Countdown. Number 8. Number 7.
Say cheese, take a picture. Shaka post, make I see, take a picture. Say cheese, take a picture. Shaka post, make I see, take a picture. Say cheese, take a picture.
Number 6.
Can you tell me why?
Number 5.
Give me all you got and I'll be yours. Only you, my baby. Anywhere you go, I'll go. 'Cause I did with you, baby. All the promise chain, I mean, don't worry. 'Cause I feel
Number 4. This is the Citi Countdown. Number 3.
You will bring me blessing. Although you they bring me blessing. Baby, you they bring me blessing.
Number 2.
Where the party there today? Hey mama, hey I have a sip. Shake your body, man, you're gonna.
Number 1. This is the Citi Countdown.
We are together for better, for worse. I go to church, I join the choir for your love. I go carry cargo just to make you fine. Oh, if I don't get today, I'll come tomorrow. Even if I'm for bored. Oh yeah. If I don't get today, I go make come tomorrow. Even if I'm
Former African Player of the Year and the best player in Ghana's 1978 Africa Cup of Nations winning team, Abdul Razak, the Golden Boy, tells his story of how he was called into Ghana's national team at age 16 on Footprints this weekend.
At that time, all Blacks were in danger of relegation. So they thought Corners could help them to
And you went to score. Don't tell me that.
Then we went there to play. We arrived early morning. We still have to sleep. So me, I was sleeping. I was the captain. I was sleeping. Then 1 or 4 or 5 players and the coaches, they went to see the All Blacks team. You know. They arranged everything. They came back. I didn't know. Till we entered the field. So we start the game. They will score and I will equalize. They wait for the last minute, which I can't complain again. We have a corner. Then we clear the ball. We went to the Swedro All Blacks team. And the guy shot. So it was coming. And the goalkeeper, he know what he was going to do. Our defender was to head the ball. He said you should leave the ball. You know, maybe you fix it and you open and the ball went through the goal. They score. All the ranks in the military were there. Including a champion.
Wow.
So after that, silent please. So, we're all quiet. We don't know what he's going to say. Perhaps we don't remember or think this is what he's going to reward us. So when he talk, finish with each one of us, the players, the technical will receive estate house each. SH3, 3-bedroom. Everybody with the technical bed.
Wow. And it happened?
Nothing happened.
Oh.
Nothing happened. Until now. Then we went back to men's room, pick our things, then we got transport. They will have left us to go through the spectators, we will have got the money there itself is good for us. But they will be giving us money, showers. Yeah. We didn't get anything. We took a helicopter there. Now the estate to
0.
Akufu was he overthrown
Champo. And everything.
I don't know how long, everything. He came, he said no house.
Footprints show this and every Saturday at 9 a.m. and a repeat on Sunday at 4 p.m. only on Citi TV.
Footprints is sponsored by Bethel Logistics Company Limited, experts in shipping logistics.
Should I feel discouraged? Tell me why should the shadows come? Yeah. Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven? When Jesus, He is my portion, and a constant friend is He. Oh, His eyes is on the little sparrow, and I know He watches me. So I sing because, well, I'm happy. Yeah. I praise Him because I am free. Oh, His eyes, it's on the little sparrow, and I know He watches me. constant friend is He. Oh, His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Oh, His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Oh, I sing because I'm happy. Oh, I sing because I am free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me.
He watches me, He watches me. So fill my cup, Lord. I lift it up, Lord. Come and quench this thirsting of my soul. Bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more. Fill my cup, fill it up, and make me whole. Fill my cup, Lord. I lift it up, Lord. Sing it all.
Come and quench this thirsting in my soul. Bread of heaven, fill me till I want no more. Fill my cup, fill it up, and make me whole.
Like the woman at the well, I was seeking for things that do not satisfy. But when I heard my Savior speaking, come draw from my well, that never shall run dry. There are millions in this world who are seeking, oh, for treasures this worldly world can afford. Hey. But none of them can match the wondrous treasure, hey, that I find, yes, in Jesus Christ, my Lord. Fill my cup, Lord. I lift it up, Lord. Come and quench this thirsting of my soul. Bread of heaven, fill me till I want no
fail, he cannot lie, he's not like men. Oh, nothing is impossible for him. I believe he will perfect what concerns my life today, and I will testify his goodness to me. We shall overcome. I do believe that we shall overcome. We shall overcome. Really and truly, we shall overcome. No nigbanale baya saniko benibe nagbe Jehovah jomonale nimina miewale afef mikemime ana malashida lala Yesu oh ebena momo bena momo Moko beni tamabo. Ting feng wen fen. Wo pe wole. Moko beni tamabo. Moko beni tamabo. Ting feng wang feng. Bo pe wale. Moko beni tamabo. Moko beni tamabo. Bo pe wale.
Clarion Clockwood. Wow.
Beautiful music. Beautiful
We
music.
should learn a bit about him.
Yeah.
Clarion, please come join us.
Yeah.
Hello.
How have
I
you
like
been?
your
I'm good.
outfit.
Thank you. I'm trying to be Afrocentric. You know, I'm African and
I
I
love it. Tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm a sinner saved by grace. Great clothes me. Great keeps me in my right mind. Grace feeds me. Grace forgives me. Grace is still working on me. I'm a work in progress. Grace is giving me hope of an eternal life. So I am an ambassador and an advertisement for the great grace of God. That's at work.
Wow. All right. Your music is clearly very, very rich and with, has a lot of, I love the variety of instrumentation and you put in all that. How long have you been doing this for?
Oh, good question. I know many musicians will say since they were kids, but I'll say since I was in my mom's womb.
Wow.
I didn't choose music. Music chose me. If I had my way, I wouldn't choose me, but music chose me. I'm a prisoner of Christ and a prisoner of music. For me, music comes to me like an energy form, and until it's out of me, I'm not free. I was at UST in the School of Engineering, and most of my lecturers thought I was wasting my time. The reason is, we sit in the exams hall, I'll finish answering the questions I want to answer, and I'll turn the back of the question paper. I use the questions to write a song, and I'll sing to the lecturer. And the lecturer said, "What are you doing
What
here?
are you doing
Just get
here?"
out of this place and go."
Wow.
So that's how it is for me. It's such a I'm in change to music. I can't free myself. That's how it is, and I'm striving harder to be even better at what I do.
How's the journey been for you in the music industry?
Challenging and painful, and pain is what motivates me to write the songs I write and to be more inspirational and giving people hope. I know we all don't like pain. I don't like it either, but that's part of the process. No pain, no gain. I mean, Scripture tells us that until he was slain, he couldn't receive the crown to become King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So the pain and the challenges we go through, I believe they are part of the fuel, part of the climate for us to write songs to enrich lives. The hymns I've sung and we sing, they all have got stories. I mean, it is well with my soul. Somebody loves the dear wife and stuff like that. So pain is part of the process. So I'm really grateful to God for pain. I'm not inviting him anymore, but it's part of life. I can't do without it. Yeah.
Where can your music be found? Where can we find your
all
music?
social media platform, iTunes, download CD Baby, all the download stores. I'm yet to print hard copies of them, and I'll let them. And I'm releasing a brand new album.
Nice.
Next year. February. I wanted to do it this year, but they're already, it's all set, ready to go. But
good. When next year, do you know? January, February?
You know, I'm a January born, so I'm being tilted towards January, that kind of vibe.
I hope you come back to promote it, so you should.
Definitely, I want to be back here. It's great to be here.
Where do we follow you on social media?
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or the other books.
What's the name?
Clarion Clarkwood. I know it's a long name.
Clarion Clarkwood. Clarion Clarkwood.
Yes, Clarion Clarkwood. Yes.
What inspired? Is that like your real name or your stage name?
It is.
Wow. I'm tempted to ask where you're from, but it's.
No, you can tell. I'm a mix of 4 different places.
Where?
The Adangbe, the Fanti, Ashanti.
I see a lot of them Fanti in you. Thank you so much, Clarion.
Thank you very much. It's been wonderful coming here again.
I hope you come again. It's always a pleasure.
Any day.
Having you.
Thank you very much.
Maybe we'll get you to play a little bit for us. We don't know.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then you are home for staying for this version of Breakfast Daily. It's a Friday. We've had a blast. We had our pharmacist who was a doctor. I mean, he was a singer actually.
Yes.
She sang for us. I think she should come back again. And
I think she should. I mean, no, she's. I'm blown away, and the way she handles the song spirit, it's just something else. Yeah.
And
fantastic.
Kelvin came over to,
yes.
I mean, he's so impressive.
Story
early
is
30s.
Incredible.
I mean,
his story is incredible.
How many young Ghanaians have raised over $1 million?
I was listening to it and I just said, if you don't have pain and you don't have that thing that challenges you, to fight, to get out of your discomfort that you're experiencing, I guess that's what it is. The
and
more
his
the
dad
discomfort,
was that for him. For most of us, our dads are usually that for us. That's not a good thing.
I mean, some of us do, you feel very comfy and very safe, and everything seems to be fine.
Fine for you. So I don't know which is worse: having a strict parent who's like, "I'm not gonna allow you mess up your life," and having that in the back of your mind to succeed, or having a parent who's like, "You can explore, you can do what you want."
Yeah.
I think we need to find a balance.
A balance. Yeah. That's always the good.
But it's been great, and of course, Kwame Dadzi joined us.
Yeah.
Becca's album, I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. I think I agree with all the different people that you're suggesting should be, on there and all that. I'm looking forward to the album. To see how it is.
Now, it's still election season, so don't forget that come December 7th, we're all going to go out and vote, and we need to make sure we make an informed decision. This is why we have Voters Diary Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. on radio and 3 p.m. on TV, giving you all the information you need to be well equipped so that you can decide who gets to serve you for the next 4 years.
Yep. And Hello, Mr. President is that show that makes sure that all the issues that are happening in your communities, wherever you find yourself, are addressed at the highest level possible to make sure that we don't have great places in some parts of Ghana, and then other places are struggling in a way that is not fitting, that is not befitting of human existence. So write to us at hello Mr. President TV at gmail.com. Send us a 250-word email or send us a video, 60-second video. Show us, let's show the rest of Ghana what exactly is happening in your community, and we will call those duty bearers who are responsible to make sure and ask them why they're not doing it and push them to get it done.
Yes, and I have a special shout out from Kukua. She was on bus 3 on Heritage Caravan this year. It is her and her husband, Kankam. Kankam is like the leader of bus 3 Heritage Caravan. It's their anniversary, so this is from Kukua. I thank God for giving me a wonderful, kind, generous, loving, understanding, forgiving, and God-fearing husband like Mr. Kankam Dakwa. I don't know what I would do without you. You have been an amazing husband and dad. Happy 9th wedding anniversary, my love. Happy birthday in advance to myself. This is Kukua wishing herself a happy birthday in advance. And of course, this is from Kukua. Happy birthday, Kankam and Kukua. We love you so much.
Yes, and happy birthday to Kingsley in our sales department as well. Happy birthday to you. And if you missed any of the segments of our show, kindly go over to YouTube. We have a page there. It's a CityTube channel there, and you can go and watch all the different segments of the show today.
Yes.
Have a fantastic weekend.
We'll see you on Monday.
Yep.
Bye.
Take care of yourself.